Alright guys, so we are back finally, and guess what we are working on today? Today we're going to take a look here at these Trx4Ms, and I kind of came up with what I want to do. So we've been upgrading this one slowly, and I'm trying to remember what all we did. I know we did the Traxxas rims with the stock wheels, which looks really nice. I did also put in the light kit into this body. And I think that was it. So not a ton has been done as far as that goes. But today we are going to also do something else. And I just wanted to talk a little bit because I ended up picking this one up at one of our local swap meets. I actually partial traded for this. The guy had this, and I was like, well, wait a second. That would probably be pretty nice to have because some of the stuff on here I already plan on buying, which includes like all these brass parts. I don't know how well you can really see them, but corners and stuff are brass in the front. It's got the Njora mount for the transmission. Other than that, though, it's pretty much stock, so nothing too crazy. But something I would like to do is I have an Njora servo, full metal. Should be a little bit of a quicker servo, so we're going to start this one up. We're going to kind of get a before and an after on the servo, but I want to transfer my K10 stuff to this, and what I'm going to do, instead of having the high lift, we're going to transfer our shocks over to this too. I forgot we actually put shocks on this one, so we got to transfer the shocks over, do all that stuff, and then, yeah, we'll come back and talk about it. So I'm not going to show you guys installing the parts I've already installed on this. I just need to transfer over shocks. I'm going to do that quick. Then we'll come back. I'll get the shocks from this one on this one, and the shocks from this one on this one. Then we'll come back and I'll start transferring all the stuff you guys haven't seen yet. So let me do that quick, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So the next thing we got to do is we got to switch over all these bumpers, which it's not looking like that's going to be feasible, sadly. This chassis may actually be bigger. I think this body will still mount. Should at least, I'm hoping. So, we'll switch these bumpers over, make sure everything still works, and then, yeah, so we'll go from there. So, let's start here. Come over to this one now. Pull this bumper off. Getting this bumper off. Slid it into here. Then these screws, guys, when you're going into this plastic, you don't want to do them super tight because it will strip. Alright, come back over here. And we're going to throw this bumper onto this chassis. Using a lot of standard tools today, guys, because I don't want to strip nothing or break nothing. I actually already broke a shaft on this one. So, yeah. So bumpers are done. Now we gotta do the fronts. So on this one, looks like we're going to clip some little wires. Not wires, but zip ties. So be careful. Just that. This isn't only going to the front. Clip this one also. To pull the battery tray out. So it's easier. Actually, you know what? We might not have to actually pull the tray all the way out. Yeah, so there we go. We didn't have to pull the tray out, which is nice. It pulled out just fine, which means we also wanted to pull the tray out to put this bumper on this one. So let's grab this off now quick. And I don't know, guys, the more I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if this is going to work alright. It should, I think. Because I don't think the chassis is specific for the body. But it looks like all the mounts are the same for the bumpers. So it should just theoretically mount on, and the body should mount on. Let's hope so. Because I'd really like to just keep this other chassis, and if I have to, I will. In here. let's just try setting this body on. Oh my god, guys. Bad news, it's not gonna fit. It looks like it's supposed to fit, just the rear end isn't long enough. Man, that really sucks. I already transferred everything else over to this chassis. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to look and see if I can figure out a way to get this to fit. Alright guys, so sadly now, we're in a pickle. I did realize this before, and I thought maybe in my head this was not gonna work, but the wheelbases are the same, but the chassis are a lot longer. So I'm gonna have to do some research and see what I can kind of figure out. I think what I'm gonna do for now is I'm just going to switch these fenders, these bumpers back, and then we'll just keep using this as the high trail. We'll leave this stock. I'll just put it on my shelf. It'll be pretty to look at. And then I'm going to keep upgrading this one, which is stupid because I really wanted the K10, but at this point, this thing's just got a lot more nicer stuff done to it. It's a lot nicer truck, and it'll be a lot cheaper for me to continue on with this build. So that's what we're going to do. And then I think what I'll actually do is probably find a Bronco body for it, because I really like the way the Bronco body fits. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get everything transferred back. I'll come back on once I get everything transferred back. Alright guys, so we re-K10 the K10 to a high trail, and now the Defender is back over here. Now the Defender has all the upgrades on it, sadly. But it was a lot simpler just to leave it this way instead of trying to mess with it. And I have one more upgrade we're going to be adding today, which is this Servo. It's an 11 kilogram. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start this thing up. We're going to look at how slow the servo is. And yeah. So here is the stock servo. And at the end of the video, I will put in a versus thing for them. So completely stock. So it looks like to do the servo, I'm gonna have to pull the front wheels off. So let's get to that quick. Throw those to the side. Then next, you're going to have to pull out this mount and it off the front linkage there. So I'm going to grab this. I need to plug this. So you're going to pull this screw off right here. That to the side. I should save it just in case you need it again. Then, it's like 2 screws. Actually, it's like 1 screw that goes all the way through the middle. Here. If you have little tiny midget hands, if you don't, this will be a heck of a lot easier. This bottom spring might have to come out on this side. Oh, there's links in there too that goes, okay. Okay, I'm going to drop this spring off. Get it out of my way. Make it easier. This kind of turned into a long video and it wasn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be quick, but that didn't work out. So now we go like that. This link's going to drop out. So guys, the whole axle ended up just coming out anyway, so we just pulled the whole damn axle out. Pull that off there. Grab this bag. So now you're going to go ahead and kind of snap this. Mount down the end there. Then I don't think it matters what way you put it, it shouldn't. So, grab our servo next. Now, Njora does include all these parts, but we have the aluminum servo mount, so what I'm going to do tangle on the wire here. That's the motor, so this is steering. Remember, I just want to look quick. So yeah, so this will mount down in that. So I want to straighten the servo out. The battery. Alright, so it should be check and throw, make sure it's right. Now, this is our new servo horn. It is metal. So I'll get this straight. Just like that. There we go. Now in here, I've seen a little flathead screw. And that goes right into the servo horn. Now what we can do, unplug it. Oops, wrong one. Plug the servo, right? Plug our battery, we don't need that plugged in anymore. Now we will go ahead and put everything together on this front end. So there's that. And now I'll leave it completely up to you what screws you would like to use. I am going to use the stainless ones here just because I think it'll make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to throw stainless steel. Front one. So there we go. Now if you want, you can connect your axle, which that screw is not included. You know what? I'm going to wait till I get it back in the truck to connect that. So now, I don't know what way is going to be easiest to do this. Probably. Just throw these back. Okay, so go to this side first. Okay, so I got it all back in, mounted back in. It was a little bit bigger of a pain than I thought it was going to be, but it was not too bad. Look at that steering. Much better. So, at the end of this video, I'm going to put them side by side so you guys can see the difference in the steering. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a huge, huge difference. So guys, I should have done a little research on this before I even thought about trading for this thing, because I really wanted to keep the K10 body. But as you can see, it's turned out differently. That's okay. We can now, I'm going to do some more research. I'm going to see what bodies I can get to fit on this Defender. I'm sure Injora, I think Injora is the one. I was looking at, they have some nice bodies. So I'll look at them, see how they look. This Defender body don't look too bad either. It's just going to be really top heavy for crawling. So I want to get it low. Let's look. I'm going to look. I'll find one. When I get it, I'll do another video. So today our main upgrade was really the servo, and then we did switch chassis over to the LCG chassis, I guess you'd call it, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a subscribe. If you're not subscribed, guys, make sure you put a like below. It really helps out the videos. And thank you if you're still here watching.